Welcome to Rust and Ruin. This is episode 14, Avenge the Dead Part 4. If you enjoy our show, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. Even leave a comment. Tell us what you think. Love it. Did you hate it? Last time, our adventurers searched for Professor Deeren only to discover that he no longer works at the university, but has, however, managed to gather a small cult following that believes that he is in the astral realm or the ethereal realm, they're not sure, and is ascending into godhood. Then, while looking for answers, they stumbled upon a shadow creature, which they had been calling a shadow fox. When it popped back into the material realm, into the material plane, they realized it was much more than a fox.
Definitely.
Yeah. Meanwhile, outside, Orgel and Karis noticed a terrible wound on their horse with no name, only to discover that a shadow creature of their own was attacking. So, last time, I believe we rolled initiative and we actually got into some battle with Orgel and Karis fighting their shadow creature. And Silsey, Valmea, y'all need to roll initiative now against your shadow creature.
Starting strong today, boys.
Got a 19.
I got an 18. Never mind. I should have said anything.
For real, though, because you're going to be going last.
With an 18?
With an 18.
Oh my gosh.
Yikes.
Yeah. So, you'll be going last. Shadow creature is actually going to get their chance to go first. Ramea, you're second, and then Silsey. So, this shadow fox, you've been calling it, it has white fur. It has a jagged, bladed spine where the tail curls up into a stinger on the end, and the eyes are a piercing red. You don't see any pupils. They're just completely red. The matted fur that covers it covers up a skeleton that is visible. You visibly see ribs on this creature, like actual bone. And it opens its mouth to growl / hiss at you, and you see this faint yellow light come out of its mouth. So it's going to do its first attack, and it will be going after Silsey. It's going to be going after you. And it's going to try and bite you. $19 to hit.
Jeez. Yeah, my head.
Yeah, it's not messing around. It has 13 piercing damage.
Good lord.
All right.
I am bleeding profusely down on a knee.
Yeah, it did a lot of damage. One hit. Valmea, you see that Silcy has just been bitten in the arm. He's bleeding. There's a huge gash in his arm. It's your turn.
Unfortunately, I couldn't help you at all. I don't have anything for healing, but I'm just gonna use my finger staff right now. Try to take a swing at it.
Sure.
And it is it's a 10 to hit.
No. And you see this thing is wicked fast. It pops. So it popped into this material realm. It vanishes. You no longer see it. Give me a perception check, both of you.
Four.
5 and 4?
12.
12. Okay. With a 12, you don't necessarily see the shadow, but you get the idea that there's a shadow somewhere, a reflection into the material world. And it pops back in right at you, and it's going to try and sting you, Valmea. That is a 23 to hit.
That'll do it.
And it's going to do 9 piercing damage. And you must make a Constitution saving throw.
Nine.
So, you are now poisoned. And while you are poisoned, you are also paralyzed. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn. So that was just the end of your turn. Once you go again, you can repeat it. So, for poisoned, you're going to have disadvantage on attack rolls, and ability checks.
Awesome.
So, Ramea, are you bleeding?
Oh, yeah.
So you have about half of your hit points left?
Less than that.
Less than that. Okay, so yeah, this stinger has left a gash in you, and Silcy, you see that the wound quickly looks like it is infected already, and there's some pus seeping out from her leg where it pierced her skin. Silcy, it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to. How far away is Valmea? Is she right next to me?
10 feet.
10 feet? Okay. I'm going to go to her and I'm going to lay a hand on her wound and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay, and it heals. I rolled an 8 on a D8, so it heals 9 damage. 9 HP.
Cool.
Okay. Sure, saving yourself.
Okay, so you remember, both of you recall, that originally when you first came into contact with one of these, it was dead, and it was like you were lugging behind an animal, but all you had was this shadow of a creature. You never saw its actual form. Um, and then it was taken from you when your cart was stolen originally. So you're looking at this situation. You're wondering how somebody could have killed this thing, and it is going to be going after you, Valmea, again. I rolled low, but it's still a 15 to hit.
Yep, you got me.
So it's going to strike you this time with its bite. And that's going to do 10 piercing damage.
The most annoying part about this is that I'm not even trying to fight this thing.
Mm-hmm. So you have that thought, Valmea, and you're seriously considering trying to leave, trying to run. At this point,
I'm
at this
down.
point, you're outmatched. It's your turn. Uh, you're paralyzed, so the only thing you can do is try to beat this Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Wish me luck. Oh, nope, it's a 9.
So you are still paralyzed and poisoned. Silsey, it's your turn. You see Valmea is in serious condition.
Gotta get their stomach bump soon. All of this poison.
Mm-hmm.
So see, at this point, just save yourself, man.
Peace.
I just look at her. I'm like, there's nothing else I can do. So I turn to the Shadow Fox instead. And I'm going to cast Sacred Flame at it.
Okay.
So it needs to make a dexterity save.
Ooh, roll low. 9.
It does not save.
Yes.
Alright, so I am throwing fire at it, and it takes 7 damage.
You can tell you've just pissed it off. It singes some of the matted fur on its back. But other than that, doesn't do much to it. Silsey, what are you thinking at this point?
I'm trying to look for a way out, but I know I can't carry Valmea, and there's nothing I can do to unparalyze her. So I kind of feel cornered because I'm not leaving Valmea.
Okay. I just rolled well for something. But the shadow creature is going to miss on its attack. It's going to swing its stinger at Silsey and miss. Balmea, you get another shot at this Constitution saving throw.
Alright, maybe this time is different. 17.
Yeah, you beat it.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm out. Like, if I can move, we are losing.
Yeah, so you're no longer poisoned. You're no longer paralyzed. Are you just getting up and going? What are you doing?
I mean, yeah, if I can. Silsey, let's go.
I follow.
I'm very
Valmea,
Let's go.
what's your speed?
30 feet.
Silsey, what is your speed?
My walking speed?
Yes, well, yeah.
15.
It's your maximum speed.
My walking speed is 15 feet.
That seems really slow.
It is really slow.
Do you have plate armor on? What would make it that slow?
Well, it bounds past you, Silsey, and it jumps onto Valmea's back, claws out, and
Oh
just
my gosh.
digs into your back. It's going to do 6 damage as it bears you to the ground. Well, it depends, actually, if you go to the ground or not. Do you have any more hit points?
No.
Yeah, it's going to bear you to the ground. It's going to bear you to the ground. Make a death save because you're next. If it's 10 or above, you succeed.
Oh, it's a 5.
As 1 death fail. All right. Silsey, is your turn.
Okay, so I am going over to Valmea, running as quickly as I can to her. And I lay a hand on her and cast Spare the Dying.
So this creature is still on her back. It's going to get an attack of opportunity if you're going to try to lay hands on her.
Okay.
So, do you want to do this a different way?
I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, I just accidentally clicked something on D&D Beyond. Yes, I do. So I am going to use a bonus action
Okay.
to. I'm first of all, I need to find a pebble. I'm looking on the ground for a pebble. Do I find one?
Pulls pockets inside out. Dang it.
You do manage to find one.
Okay. All right. So I am hurling a pebble at the Shadow Fox, casting Magic Stone. So let's see. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does hit, yeah.
Uh-oh.
That does 4 damage.
Okay.
And I'm hoping to have pissed it off enough to where that's my goal, to piss it off enough to where it leaves her.
Yeah, you've angered it.
And I'm going to try to use my action to then run and touch her and cast Spare the Dying.
Okay, so you've angered enough, but it's still going to get its attack of opportunity since you're coming near it. But it rolled a nat 1, so.
Yes. Silsey, yes.
You do see it blip out into a different realm.
Okay, so cast Spare the Dying, so she should be stable now.
Does that put her at?
I believe it puts her. The D&D Beyond explanation just says makes you touch a creature that has 0 hit points and makes it stable.
Okay, so it's.
I believe it's 1 hit point.
It's as if you made all your death saves, essentially, when you cast Spare the Dying. So you have avoided death for now. But you cannot take any actions until somebody can come over and like administer healing to you.
Okay. So secure the entire file.
So, Silsey, give me a perception check.
Not been my strong suit today.
You don't need much to succeed on this. You just need something.
Oh my god. 4.
Not that. The door flies open.
Oh god.
Into this stadium seating classroom. You don't see anything come in. At that point, the shadow creature, as it's trying to take its turn, Let's see. It's going to try and finish the job. It doesn't know that you have stabilized her, so it's trying to kill Valmea, and this would put you back into making death saves again. Um, so it blips back into the material realm. You see it going back for her, as if going back for like watching a lion going back for its kill to drag it off, almost. And you see it bounding towards her, and all of a sudden, you see a tall figure emerge. It is a shadow figure. You don't see any other features besides its humanoid. It is around 6.5, nearing 7 feet tall,
Oh,
and you just see 3 orbs of light, white, radiant light. And then it approaches very rapidly. It approaches this shadow creature, this shadow fox, takes it by the larger part of its tail. As it goes for the tail, you see this green figure emerge into the material realm. Grab it and throw it. And this shadow creature, this shadow fox, blips out, but you see the shadow disappear as well.
whoa.
And then the 3 orbs of light wink out. The green figure goes back into this dark silhouette, and you see this shadow bound off in the direction of the fox, of the shadow fox, as if chasing it.
Do I have a friend?
Woo!
So, Valmea, you are stabilized, but you're not really seeing this. You're like barely conscious.
Yeah.
Yeah, taking really shallow and jagged breaths. Silsey, you did witness this with a very poor roll, but you witnessed it. I'm gonna let you think on that, Silsey, on how you're gonna explain this to Valmea, okay? As we go to the other fight.
Whoa! What a scene.
So now we have this other creature, which is completely different from the fox. This is like some sort of zombioid, not a humanoid, because it doesn't even look like it could be in the human range. It has a hunched back. That's not what makes it inhuman. It has a hunchback, and coming out of its back is a curling spine that kind of whips over the top of its head like a cover. And then on its head are these spikes, these 3 sharp spikes, and they start to go down its spine. Similar to what Valmea and Silsey just saw on the back of their Shadow Fox. But that's metagame. You don't know that, because obviously you weren't there for their fight. So, maybe y'all can piece it together once you've come back together, if you survive this.
If I survive.
And this bluish black creature with huge sharp teeth. Um, have you ever seen a possum hiss and it
Oh
shows
yeah,
its teeth?
way too many times.
Yeah, that's what the teeth look like. They're that sharp, and all over its right claw. You wouldn't even call it a hand, as these fingers are really they're way longer than they should be for a human. Um, and it forms into this skeletal claw. There's blood all over it from the horse's neck, where it has that gaping wound. Karis, you're gonna get your chance to go. I have a star beside Orgle. Makes me think it's his turn.
Okay.
So Orgle's gonna go, and then Karis, you will go. Orgle doesn't see the horse. Doesn't see that the horse has been wounded. So he's going to try and take a swing at it with his axe. And he just manages to make contact with its arm. And he's going to do 9 damage. As he hacks into that right arm that had blood covering it. And you see the skeletal form just chip away. It's like no blood, just bone flying up. All right, Karis, it is your turn.
All right. Okay. As a bonus action, before I do anything, I'm going to activate the right of the dawn on my longsword.
Okay. And you took a Crimson Maledict, is what I wrote down last time.
Oh, so I already have Crimson Maledict
That is active, yeah.
active.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet, that's awesome. Can I choose to amplify the Maledict?
Sure.
Okay, so that I'll roll the d4. All right, I take 2. So Orgle sees Karis take out a small. It's kind of like a file, but it looks like just a small dagger, and he holds it to his wrists and kind of mutters something, and there's a little, I don't know, just a little kind of nick to Karis's arm.
Mm.
And with that, Karis will swing at the creature.
Yeah, give it a shot. I love this kind of imagery there.
I was thinking about that a lot today, actually.
Nice.
All right, that is 20 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet. All right. Sorry. All right. 13 damage.
What type of damage is this?
So, it is radiant damage.
So, since it is radiant, you can add another hit die to that.
Okay. Just the hit die, not the bonus as well? Yeah. Okay. And that was a 1.
Okay, so +1.
Yep.
So, what was the first roll again? 7? 13.
13, yep.
So
+1, so I guess 14.
14 damage.
you did say that there's no blood coming out of this creature,
Correct.
but I did amplify my maledict, so
Mhm.
that's still,
So with the maledict, it leeches from it, correct? So
clarify that just a little bit.
it's leeching hit points from it through its blood, right?
So yes.
Okay.
Wait.
Does it say what you roll for it? Like, is it a D6 or D4?
It's a D4. It's a D4, and I already added that.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, with that maledict, you see what would be blood pulled from it, but instead it's just this black ichor that comes from the chest of this being. Okay. So if this creature could be bleeding, it would be bleeding. So unlike unlike the other fight, you and Orgol actually landing some hits.
Ouch.
It was definitely like should have been
No,
Celestian Eye together. Or, like,
yeah. Hey, I didn't split the party the way it is.
I get, yeah. We be learning.
So it is going to it's going to stare at you with these blank white eyes. And
I stared it right back, and I kind of smile a little bit. So I'm very interested in this creature.
Karis, it is actually going to go after you. And it's going to lunge towards you. Oof.
Hits.
Yeah, it's a nat 20.
Oh my no!
It crits.
Why?
So with crits, we just double the dice. So for instance, this is doing 1d8 with its claw, so it'll do 2d8.
Okay.
If I can find another d8. There it is. Okay. Plus 4. That's going to do 15 slashing damage.
Oh my gosh. Sweet. That's fun.
So Karis, I'm pretty sure you're bleeding.
Oh yeah.
So those claws just come right across the chest of Karis.
Karis, kind of is kind of blown back a little bit and takes this kind of rag that's kind of bloodied already,
Mm-hmm.
from use, and kind of wipes off his chest and grimaces kind of as he does it, but puts it back on around his belt loop and
Sure.
keeps going.
So the horse in all of this is starting to show some signs that it is weakened by the blood. being drained from it, but it's also pretty scared. However, it's still attached to this cart. So it is
Oh,
trying to move and trying to get away, but it's in a stall, and behind it is this cart. It can't go anywhere. Um, but she is very upset. Orgle is going to try and hit this guy with his axe. That's jacked. Man, that was a bad roll. So it was jacked and it got hit on the corner between a 1 and a 19. So it could have been really good or really bad. But then on the next roll, it was a straight up 2. So Orgle misses with his hit or with his axe. All right, Karis.
okay. So since I amplified the blood curse, I have advantage against
Nice.
this creature. So hopefully I can roll well. It's an 18
18. Yeah, that hits.
first roll, so I'm
Yeah.
just gonna roll again. Yep. The second roll was a 3, so we'll go with the 18.
Definitely.
Yeah, I take my sword out and swing at it again. So, alright. Here goes nothing. That's 7 damage.
All right. Yeah, it would be bleeding, but you hack away at its bone. This time you get it on the back, on its hunched back, as you just chip into it.
How's the creature looking so far? Is it just furious?
You, it is hacked away at its right arm, which is almost hanging loose, and then it has some indentures at the base of its spine on its back, but um, if it if it could be bleeding, it would.
Is it saying it? Is it saying anything that we can understand?
It is not saying anything. It's actually eerily quiet.
That's weird.
Yeah. It screamed at you to start, but now it's just kind of looking at you, and then it'll strike, and then it'll
I'd say
look again and try to strike.
Karis is definitely like not screaming anymore, are you? kind of confident in his performance.
Yeah, it's definitely calculated in its moves, um, but it's starting to worry. And at that point,
Reaches for the book.
at that point, um, it it is a it is about mid afternoon. Um, the purple light of one of the nearby planets was shining. You have the sunlight as well. And then the two moons, one has already set, the other one is just kind of pale in the sky. Um, so it's pretty bright when all of a sudden you cannot see. And Orgel just lets out a holler, and he's like, "Well, what is going on?"
Orgel, you can't see either?
No, I'm blind.
Where are you at? Where are you at? I hold out my hand and kind of try to feel around.
I'm on the left side of the horse.
Alright, I guess I would be somewhere near the horse as well.
Yeah, you're on the right side. So opposite sides.
What check would that be to try to find Orgel? Well, I guess we're in an
You're
initiative, so can we try to find each other in the
Yeah.
middle of initiative?
you can.
Okay,
Okay.
yes. Choose to do that.
So
Please say athletics.
So maybe survival.
Survival? Okay. I've got advantage on survival, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, survival or even perception.
Cool. Alright, so that is... 13.
Yeah, you're able to find Orgel. Ah! Oh! Who's touching me? Is that
Hey,
you?
it's me. I kind of
Oh.
grab him by the shoulders and slap on the cheek.
Somebody hit me.
We're still fighting this guy. We gotta
Oh.
stay calm and we gotta stay focused. All right.
And that's when the darkness disappears. I can see again.
You too. All right. We can see each other. Where's this shadow at? I kind of look around. As I'm doing this, I'm kind of like I notice that the horse is very, very agitated and is losing a lot of blood.
Mm-hmm.
I try to calm it. But yeah, like I guess I'm looking for the shadow or this creature.
You can give me an investigation check.
Okay. Got advantage on that as well. That's a 12.
So you can see that there's some droplets of blood on the ground leading outside of the stall. But after that, there's not really a path or any tracks to follow.
I will say with the blood curse, it's the curse of the marked. So I mark the creature. Would that give me any advantage on? Oh, I guess that was the advantage on the investigation.
What was it? Crimson Maledict?
It's blood maledict.
Blood Maledict.
And the blood curse is the curse of the marked. So as a bonus action, you curse a creature that you can see within 30 feet, causing its... Oh, that's bloated agony. I'm sorry. Yeah. Until the end of your turn, whenever you hit the cursed creature with a weapon. Yeah, you mark a creature you can see within 30 feet of you. So I guess I've already done that, but...
Does it have a range on the mark?
It doesn't say. It just says, as a bonus action, you mark a creature that you can see within 30 feet of you until the end of your turn. Whenever you hit the cursed creature, the weapon you choose as an active. Yeah, that doesn't have anything to do. But yeah, it only has, I guess the action of marking. It doesn't say.
Gotcha. I would say within that 30 feet, you would be able to tell, even with magical darkness like that was, where the creature was.
Okay.
So you kind of felt its presence within the 30 feet, but then it was quickly gone.
Okay. So I know that it's out of range, so to speak.
Yeah.
Okay. So I turn to Orgel and I say, in using that blood curse against this creature, I know that it is out of range, and we are safe for the time being. We should probably try to find Ramea and Silsi, as well as try to help this horse, which we for some reason don't know the name of yet. We should probably try to ask it at some point, but that's unimportant right now.
We can just call her Patty. I like to
Patty.
pat it, so
Yeah,
Pat
Yeah.
or Patty. Either
you
way.
know what? I like that name, Patty. Patty's a good name. For now, at least, we don't know what it prefers to be called.
Sure. And as heavy-handed as Orgel is, you see him come around to the other side of Pat, and he is stroking it on the head and whispering to the horse.
Does the horse is it less agitated?
It is starting to calm down.
Sweet. You're doing a good job, Orville.
He just nods silently. And we're going to hop back up to the other pair. So, Silsi, do you have anything to help Valmea regain consciousness? Like a healer's kit? Or maybe even a spell? A healer's kit would be able to give her 1 HP back. And I know most characters equip 1 to begin with, but not all.
No, I do not have a healer's kit.
Do you have any more spells?
I do not.
So, what would you like to do?
I'm going to try to carry her.
Okay.
Or at least hold her up.
Let's go,
and
Silsi.
drag her.
You got it.
Honestly, Sophie, if you want to just leave me here and go find someone, maybe, that's fine.
You don't hear anything, Silsi. Valmea, what are the characteristics of Valmea? Like, how tall is she? Is she small or medium size?
She is 5'6", 135 pounds.
In comparison, Silsi, how tall are you?
I am. Give me just a second for the exact height here.
Tell me 3 feet. Come on. Give me 3 feet.
3'7".
Yes.
Hey.
Okay.
38 pounds.
38
Yikes.
There's no chance.
The little engine that could.
What is your strength modifier?
+1.
So, yeah, you can try. It's a strength check. I'm setting the DC based on the information I have, and it is
gosh. Pretty high.
I'll tell you, it's pretty high. Yeah.
Come on, Silsi.
15.
15 is what you roll.
Yep.
25 DC. You're trying. You're putting all of your weight into it, but it's not making.
Running around to like every corner of Belmay, trying to.
It's not making a difference.
Oh Lord.
I thought the counts.
I might have to come back.
Maybe.
I'm gonna see if I can find Oracle.
Luckily, we'll pop in with the other pair. So let's see, Karis, what you mentioned to Oracle that you might want to go find the others.
Yes, that is what came to mind as soon as we got out of the encounter. Just because in hunting all of these kind of beings with the ghost slayers, I know that they don't normally travel alone. Usually these things, these creatures kind of. Yeah, so I just want to protect my companions, so I want to know if they're okay. So, yeah.
So Oracle is going to turn to you and say, "I'll stay with the cart and with Pat."
Okay. Are you safe? Are you good? You need anything before I leave?
He just pats his axe like he's got it.
All right. I pat my sword and give him a nod, and then exit the stable. Yeah. Run into the tower.
Yeah, and so as you start running up the stairs, you hear little footsteps pattering down the stairs as well.
I call out, "Hey, it's Karis. Are you guys in here?"
Yes, but Valmea, she's really hurt.
Valmea, what happened? I'm running up.
Yeah. Karis, do you have a healer's kit?
Oh.
I believe Karis does.
Let's look in this inventory, alright. Mess kit? What is a mess kit? Nope.
Ooh, what about a potion? Does anybody have a potion? Silsey, didn't you buy one potion?
I have an elixir of health.
There you go. That'll help. That'll do it.
Yes.
So, Silsey, you kind of lead the way back to the classroom.
Okay, yeah, and I'm running because I'm worried about Mia.
Kind of doing
Not
like a
well.
speed walk behind Silsey, not to kind of get ahead of him.
Okay, so
how far up are we going?
okay, so I make it. Do I make it to Valmea?
Yeah. And so, what elixirs of health typically do is they will cure diseases. It removes blindness, deafness, and I'm gonna say it will also stabilize her, give her 1 HP.
All right. What's going on here, Silsey? She dead?
She was dying. She's not dead. I stabilized her, but I can't get her to talk. I can't. I tried to carry her, but I can't.
I think I might have something to help you. I kind of pat and find the elixir of health, and I've got this. It's a health elixir. it might help.
Okay.
I run over to Valmea and kind of bite the cork off and dump it down her gullet. That was a weird word, but
right on the gullet. This red chunky liquid
Tabasco,
goes down your throat, and within a few moments, your eyes flutter open. But you have 1 health. You have 1 HP. So you were feeling it, definitely.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I feel really not great.
take it easy. Take it easy.
Specifically, Valmea, you have really deep wounds on your back, right under your shoulder blades, that ripped through your clothes and dug about a half inch into your skin
Oh my gosh.
and into the muscle.
Straight up not having a good time.
No.
Do these wounds are first off, can I see them?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're definitely visible.
Second, are they similar to the wound on the horse?
You think so, but in order to know for sure, you'd have to give me like a nature or medicine check.
Right. I will. Can I do that?
Yeah.
That is an 11.
Yeah, they look pretty similar. However, these appear to be thicker claws.
So, Valmea, you're looking pretty rough over there. What was this creature that attacked you guys?
It was a fox?
Fox.
I mean, yeah, so it looked good.
Did he say anything?
No.
Just kidding. I just had to throw that in there.
No, he didn't say anything.
Is it a shadow as well? Like,
Yes.
okay, so we just encountered this insane looking creature that was also appeared and disappeared. It's a shadow.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that. However, we were given this red one.
Where is it?
Just arrived here. We lost it with the flood.
Oh, right.
But now I'm not sure how they would have killed it.
Yeah, we did some damage, but it didn't really seem like it was affected that much, and then it just disappeared. So, but speaking of the cart, I think we should go down to Orgel because our horse is not doing that well. If you guys are finished up.
Well, yes, very done with this.
Valmea, you were going to die, and something from another realm saved you.
What?
It had like 3 big glowing lights, and it was tall. It was a tall shadow, and it scared it away.
So you don't have to be humble, okay? I know that I was good. While I was unconscious.
I kind of, tap Silsey on the back.
I appreciate that, buddy.
It really did. That's a tall. It was a tall shadow. It was like a human, but a shadow.
So it seems like we have friends on the other side as well.
Maybe. Um. I know. I don't think it was the professor. Um. What was his name? Three guy. Oh, it could have been the three.
Wait. This. So you said there were 3 lights as well?
He had 3 eyes.
Uh-oh. What was... Did you guys find the professor?
We couldn't wake him up. He was gone.
Gone where?
His followers said he was gone to the ethereal realm to
Wait.
become a god. I don't know.
We think that he can't find his body, and he's stuck there. But now I'm not so sure.
And did you know this professor?
Yeah, he was gonna help us.
He was really weird.
He was really...
Lovely guy.
Well... Is he... Wait. Is the professor in the room still? Crisscross applesauce?
A different classroom.
Oh, okay. So this is...
He's in the tower.
He's downstairs.
Upstairs. Huh?
Are you asking me?
Come on.
I'm sure he's upstairs.
Either way, I think we should reconvene with Orgel and the horse before we do anything else. That is some very interesting information, Silsey, that honestly may help and may lead us to finding out what is happening with these creatures.
I just realized she probably didn't see it because she was gone.
Thanks for having my back in there, by the way.
I'm sorry I couldn't do more.
You did,
more than you.
you did a ton, Silsey. It seems like you protected our friend.
Alright, should we go about the horse?
Let's do it. It's in pretty bad shape.
Yeah, you make your way down the tower steps. And as you get outside to the horse and the cart, you see that Orgel is walking back to the stall because he has gone somewhere and is returning.
I yell out, Orgel,
Oh, hey!
did you leave the cart?
Just for a minute.
We talked about this, buddy.
No, there was this guy, this orc fella. He was going around. They needed another participant, so I signed up.
Was this orc your friend?
I don't know him. That was the first time we met.
Man. Patty, she needs us. Oh, and then I kind of like look back to Silsey and Barmea. Orgel named the horse Patty, by the way. Patty, Orgel, where's she at? And then I like kind of run to the stable.
Yeah, and you can see Patty there.
Whew.
Yeah, she's looked better though. She's definitely breathing very hard.
Guys, get in here.
I follow them in.
What happened to her?
So
Well,
you see, and Karis can explain it, but you see this large wound on the right side of her neck that is dripping with blood and looks like it's been clawed.
so this is why I asked about you, Barmea. These creatures, they seem like they have pretty vicious claws, and they're pretty intense. So I think I don't know. I think they attacked, as a group. What do you guys think we should do about this horse here?
I don't have anything to with it.
We could take her back to that fancy inn that we stayed at.
Taking a horse to an inn?
Yeah, they might help her. The stable's there.
Oh, the stables. Yes, there should be someone that could help the horse there, right?
Worth a shot.
Silsey, your girlfriend was there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's kind of, Celsi goes really red. Yeah, maybe we can visit.
Yeah, the devil girl.
Devil girl.
Kind of like Valmea.
She's a tiefling.
Well, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I could sure use a drink or some rest. So, maybe both.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think we could all use a rest.
What about you, Orgle?
I can definitely use a rest before tomorrow. I signed up.
Okay. What did you sign up for?
The championship. Haha. He flexes.
Those are some big muscles.
Thank you.
What championship?
It's the tournament fighting.
Tournament fighting.
Fighting tournament.
And it's a solo 1v1 kind of deal?
I think it's like a
free for all?
Melee is what they said.
Ah, Royale. I gotcha. Well, I mean, it kind of throws a wrench into what we're doing.
Well, they said I could find Skullface there, so that's why I signed up.
Oracle. I kind of look back at the other two. You guys in the mood for a brawl?
Not right now, but maybe tomorrow.
That's a good idea. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get some rest. But Oracle, look at you going after those leads. I'm really proud of you.
I didn't sign up everyone.
Oh well, is there a window that we have to go sign up by?
You don't want to do that.
I signed up a couple of you.
A couple of us.
Okay. Well, I signed up me, that's one. And I signed up you, Karis, that's two.
Okay. Well, I mean, I was gonna sign up as soon as she told me, so that's good. But I think it is also a good idea that not all of us are signed up. Maybe we could hide in the shadows and do some reconnaissance.
I signed up Valmea for something else.
What?
And I signed up Silsey for something else.
What did you sign up for?
Silsey, what did I sign you up for? I think you're having your fate read.
Oh goodness.
It's I don't know. You're gonna have your fate read in front of the whole city. Have fun. I thought it sounded great.
What did I get signed up for?
Like a psychic?
Kinda. Yeah. If you want a sidekick, I guess. I don't think you have to have. You don't have to have a sidekick for your fate to be read, though. I could use the sidekick.
I'd kick him in the side.
Hmm.
There you go.
Smart.
That's for signing us all up for some pretty irrational stuff, Orgle.
Val, I signed you up for magic? Something? You're using magic. Do you have magic? I hope so. Whoops.
Orgle.
I thought you wanted to be a wizard.
I mean, yeah, I want to be. Not quite the same.
So you'll fight against all the best wizards.
You're trying to kill me.
We need to have a lesson in restraint, buddy.
I also put bets down.
With what?
Money?
What money?
Hey, I have money.
You do?
Not anymore. I had to bet it.
Oh, so you already gave them the money.
Yeah.
So how are we going to stay in the inn tonight?
I'll cover it.
Val's covering it.
We're gone for 5 minutes.
Didn't we have a conversation about staying true to our companions and staying by the cart? And Patty?
I was near the cart.
Patty!
I could see it the whole time.
I'm too tired to deal with this right now.
Yeah, I think we need to have a talk in the morning.
I am starving. Luckily, the inn does free dinners.
Let's go.
So as you're all talking about this, kind of berating Orgle for signing you up for stuff. Tomorrow is Harvesttide, so the festivities begin in the morning. When you return back to the campus inn, or the university inn is what I believe it's called, you see signs up for it everywhere, and it's got a list of when these activities are. And so you see that fates are being read first. And then, so that's in the morning. Around noon is when the mages will be competing. And then the melee is actually one of the main events. It is in the evening. And then the last thing that's taking place is it just says play. I can explain what the last one is. You can't sign up for that one. It's a performance.
Oh, right.
It's the lock of the lay, or the lay of the lock. He explained it to me. I don't remember. It is lay of the lock, though.
No,
Lock of the lay also sounds right.
it's probably both.
Could be both.
I'm not too familiar with the gravity of this event. If we were to miss these events, not be present for them in some way, shape, or form, what would happen?
We'd lose our money. first of all, and I put a lot of blessing on this.
I guess you did.
How did you bet on the fate being red?
You know, I think he might have tricked me on that one. Now that I'm thinking about it, but the other one's half. There, he was a stand-up guy, from what I could tell. So one, he got me on one. You fool me once, shame on us. Fool me twice, shame on them.
Well, we can't get fooled again, right?
Right. Exactly. And so outside, it is now evening. You see the light of Ravorum, the violet planet, and you have two. The sister moons are both crescents in the sky, as they hang up higher in the sky than Ravorum, the planet, which is actually lower in the night sky at this time of year. Is there anything you would like to do this evening before retiring?
So we pretty much, to the group, just logistically speaking, we have some time in the morning to kind of do some things as well, correct? Will the city kind of be shut down for the day, or will we be able to?
So I'm going to take that as a question for the concierge at the inn.
Oh yeah, I could direct that to them.
And it is this this thin half orc woman. In the morning, it's going to be wild. It's going to be bustling. The town. Oh, the city will be ablaze, essentially, metaphorically, of course, but getting anywhere will take time. And I suggest you walk. We will have the stables locked. We actually have some guards who will be watching the stables as well. We will take care of your poor horse and get her back up to health. That will be our main focus tomorrow while you're away. Of course, if you don't want to take part in the festivities, you can stay behind. Just enjoy the amenities that we have around here. We have, obviously, you can fish in the lake. We also have natural mineral springs. And our boy Judwick does excellent massages. If you'd like a massage tomorrow.
Definitely use one before the fight, Orgle.
He is booked until tomorrow, unfortunately. But since all the other guests will be out, we are open. So if you don't have anything going on, we can get you in.
Well, thinking on that, it kind of seems like I don't have any money anymore either. So I heard that dinner was free here.
Yes, I will put in to the chef that you all need dinner plates brought to your room. Is there anything else that I can assist you with? Anything else you'd like to know? You can feel free to take a flyer. She points over to the Harvest Tide schedule. You see.
I'll go take a flyer.
Yeah. So on this flyer, you see, you see painted these red coins that are blessing. They're red gold, and then you also see these red wheat that is sprouting up, and it's stretching towards the heavens, where you see the familiar night sky, um, with Revorum shining bright and the sister moons. What would you like to look at specifically on this? Because I actually do have the flyer.
I want to know, just for my curiosity, what the name of the play is.
The name of the play. So there are actually, it doesn't just say play, it says performances. Um, there is, there are two theaters. The first theater is in the Nobility District. That is where Lay of the Lock is being performed. And in the University District, this one where you're at, is A Queen's Wrath. So those are the two plays that are being performed tomorrow.
All right, and does it have a description for the melee? Does it have a description of like the rules or how many people are competing or any details on that? How many people are expected to compete, I should say, I guess. People are signing up.
It says that there will be 10 participants for the melee. And 100 harvest is awarded to the winner. That's harvest, platinum, 100 platinum. 50 harvest is awarded to the runner-up. And then 10 harvest is awarded to third place. And that is for each event. So Valmea will get a shot to win, and Karis and Orgel will also get chances. And all you have to do is place third to win something.
To win a lot.
Yeah. So, as you are settling down and enjoying a warm, hearty meal of turkey legs and stew and a little bit of white wine, we're going to call it a night. And in the morning will be the Harvesttide festivities. So, thank you for joining us, and I hope that you will tune back in for episode 15, Harvesttide. Thank you.